Hello guys, welcome to Simshire. Today I'm doing like a quick tutorial video again, and it's just of a starter home build, and I did it with business and hobbies and just base game. So that's what I did today, and let's jump in. So I can just take you through what I do and how I build. Again, it's kind of similar to my other video. I just take or look up a random inspo picture and I put in like modern Scandinavian homes, and I kind of looked at what was around me, and I kind of tried to just match the vibe they give off. And the one I found was like this weird like angular house, and I kind of liked it, but I did want it bigger in the beginning, but it didn't look right with the roof, so I just had to adjust the size to fit like the look because the top was too large to make that roof line look okay. It's not my favorite build, but it was like something I based off of a real house, so okay. And then yeah, I'm just using base game and business and hobbies, and I think that's what the wallpaper and those windows are from. And I might have used a couple base game windows because I felt like I needed some smaller windows, which the pack did not come with, so I used base game, I think. Um, and right now I'm just trying to get the vibe. And if you ever need like a double door but there's only like a single door, I usually just flip the door backwards so it faces in, so it makes a double door. That's what I did with those doors there, because those are the single doors from business and hobbies, so I just flipped them to make a double door. I do that a lot because there's a whole bunch of single doors that would look better as a double. And right now I'm trying to like layer the windows up to make like a single like column like that. So I had to move all the windows up there, and I just had to like accommodate the sizing of it. And for the interior, I said the same thing last time, but I just bring in what I use outside. So I brought in that wallpaper that I used outside inside, and then I break it up a little bit later on with the interior walls. And I tried to force those stairs to fit in there. They did not. It's an outside staircase. And I don't really like what I had going on here, but it works for the build, I guess. And I had to adjust those since the doors were so tall. And I was like, maybe I'll go with frosted doors, but it didn't look right, so I immediately turned it back. And I don't know if I said it in the beginning, but this is for a starter home. So in the middle of the video, you'll see me stop and delete some of the landscaping so I can make that budget to 20k or less. And I uploaded it like that to the gallery. But then I continue furnishing later on in the build and upload that version as well. It's a fully furnished build. Here I'm just trying to get the feel, and I'm trying to finish off that like curb on the that little, what would you call it? A ledge? What is that called? Balcony. I can't think. A balcony. So I got like a exterior trim, and that's how you can get those like clean finishes there. And I thought it was lacking, so I put like a little roof on it, and then I overhanged it, and then it looked weird, so I had to move out the balcony space a little bit. But I do like my roof. Again, I based it off a real house, and the house I was looking at had like a glass roof on one side and then that fully slanted tiled roof. And I was like, that's pretty cool, let's try it. And it looked okay in my opinion, but the roof lines are a little bit weird when they meet up, but I was ignoring it. I couldn't fix it, so I ignored it. I don't see it, you don't either. And here I am trying to just get that full length look with the windows again. So I just switch out the door and the windows. And I didn't really like the fencing I had because I'm just using base game and business and hobbies. I ended up using, I think I used the same exact one in the other build. It's just this plain border, almost non-existent fence, but it's just something to register there's something there, I guess. And I'm just doing landscaping, and I just like layer until it looks good. And I ended up diluting a lot of these plants so I can make the budget. I was like, oh no, I'm over budget. I need to delete stuff. But I couldn't take it, and I couldn't bring myself to delete anything I had in the house, so I had to delete the plants. I don't even think I had enough money for a mirror. For anything sad, I like to put a little dirt underneath to make it look less perfect, so I think that's what makes it look realistic, in my opinion. And I struggled. Anytime I shake my camera, that means I'm angry. I struggle with the interior. I had to move the windows around to make it fit. And I only fit one bathroom in here, and then it's like an open floor plan. I put the bed downstairs in the top area there, that little balcony space with a little room there. I just left it empty because I didn't have enough money to furnish it in the first part. And then when I went back, I refurnished it and made it into like a studio space. And yeah, so I try to do the layout like this. And right now I'm just trying to figure out what I want to use. I'm going with like a black and gray theme. So I just pick a couple and then I just stick with one. I don't really like the options I had, but I went with I gotta do what I gotta do. So I chose those ones. And it's like a minimal, it's kind of like fancy, but also not. I don't know if you would call those counters modern. I don't know. But I'm just, anytime you see me like force something in, I'm just using alt lace and squeezing it in there until it lines up perfectly for my standards. And I try to use as many of the new objects as I could without going over budget. I think I ended up using the bathroom set, the bed, and then the couch set. I think that's all I could afford. And I think all the wallpapers in here are from Businesses and Hobbies except for the bathroom. The tile I used was Basecamp. It was okay, it's not the best. And I colored all the ceilings like that weird tile-ish color. And if I had another fence, there's like a fence. I don't know what pack it comes with. It's like a metal, it's like a trim. Like a little small little trim piece, so when you do different floorings in one room, it doesn't look that bad. But I didn't have that, so I had to leave it like blank. So it's like like tiled to the flooring. And I didn't like that, but I'll live with it. I forgot to put it in there. Oh wait, no. It's in a different pack, so I couldn't get it for the furnished later on. And I just separated the room with the little, I don't know what those are called, like dividers from Business and Hobbies. I think it looks good. I like it. Yeah, so this is like a bachelor pad, I guess. One bedroom, an open floor pan, and then there's like a little studio space up top, but I didn't furnish it in the beginning until later on because I just did the bare necessities right now, and then I went back later on to style it. There I go, deleting all the plants to make the budget. And I'm like, I can't fit anything up there. So that's pretty much it for that. And then I go back in, here I am, furnishing it with all the extra items that I think it needed to give it like a lived in feel. And I'm just using move objects to get that plant on the dresser there. And yeah, I just raised it with the 9E to do the placement on there. And I think I'm just adding just bits and bobs to really make it mesh. And if you ever have trouble like picking a style, choose one item and then just style the whole room around it. That's how I do it. So my theme was like the reddish brown and black, and I just went with it. Again, I'm using the Alt 9 placement and then raising it up to provide like the clutter all around the space. Because I don't like blank rooms. I need to feel lived in. And yep, I'm just adding more decor. I feel like I needed a little entryway, so you can pretend like the couch is like a divider piece. and that's like the little entryway there. And if I had a little more space, I would have put like a half wall there, but I don't. I don't have enough room. And this ended up being quite expensive. I don't know. I think it's all the paintings I put in. They're like, all the base game paintings are so expensive because the only ones I have are the musician ones, and those are like 3-4 grand a piece. And so this is what it looks upstairs. I turned it into a studio space, like I said. So I did like music and then painting stuff. I thought it ended up cute, and I end up just yeah, I just end up decorating it with a bunch of paintings and like the art stuff. Like there's like the little like they have like fake like canvas pieces like just blank. So I layered those over in the corner, make it more like they're actively painting and they have their own studio going. And that's basically it. I think this is pretty much the end. I think there's a couple minutes left, but it's mostly just adding clutter. There I go. I love that paint set and that like holder for the canvases. I don't know what that's called, but and I just end up layering a bunch of stuff over there to make it seem like they're doing a whole bunch of stuff. And again, everything I probably do is alt placed in with move cheats, the bb.move cheats, so I can keep layering stuff. I feel like it makes it more realistic. Nothing's perfect. Oh yeah, and they have those movie posters. I almost never use those, but I used them right there. I thought it looked a little too perfect because they were all the same color, so I switched up the frames. And I really love those leading canvases there, the ones I'm trying to move onto the desk. I thought it really fit the vibe. And that's it for the inside. I think I did forget a toilet roll. I think I go back and add it. I noticed it later on. Just adding more stuff, and then I forgot about the outdoor lights. And I'm just adding those in. And that's pretty much it. And I think I added a little bit more landscaping. And anytime I add an object, I usually put a little bit of dirt underneath it outside because it looks more like it's been there for a while, so the spot's faded or it's been shoved around a lot. But yeah, there's not a lot of decor items in base game, so I couldn't really do a lot outside. But this is good enough. It's more of like a studio bachelor pad. I think it looks okay. And I thought it needed a divider, so I put one out there. And just more plants, and I think I'm pretty much done. I don't know what else I had. A tree? Yep, there I go. Oh, and I really wanted to use like the vines to place on the actual building, but there is none. There's only planter boxes. I was so upset when I looked in there. I was like, no, there's no like vines I can place on the building. It makes it a little more like a little bit more aged because some of the spots on the building seem a little blank. Just a little blank because of the lack of windows. It's because of the roof angle. I couldn't fit more windows on there. So I was like, I'll cover it up with like plants. And nope. Plan failed because I don't have any. But I'm just going back in adding more like carpeting. I feel like carpets really, not carpet, rugs bring a space together. And it ended up being 60K if you saw it there flashing. But that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching.